So welcome, good morning, everybody. Today we're doing a special rebirth class. I'm teaching Ashtanga Yoga, the primary series, and I'm gonna modify it a little bit, give you some options because the real version is very strict, but you're gonna come into seeing a little bit different style. Our style actually is very similar to Ashtanga. Our roots come from Ashtanga and Vinyasa, and so you get to try this different style. Tell me what you think. It's a lot of forward folds and forward bends, so it's really nice to help open up your hamstrings, lengthen them, relieve pressure and tension in your back and your hips. Yay! Okay, so we'll get started here. All right, so in traditional Ashtanga, they just pretty much go right into it. They say a chant, hello. They do a chant and then they go right into the sun salutations, and they do 5 sun salutation A and 5 sun salutation B. We're not going to do that. We're going to modify. So I would like you to just start though at the top of your mat, and we'll just come into a seated position actually at the top of your mat. So you would be here seated. I'm gonna face you just because I always like to have everyone ground and center before we start a class. So let's sit in any comfortable position with palms face up. And let's have you touch your thumb and index finger together, making a seal, a mudra, and allow your arms to extend. The elbows will lengthen. Press the backs of the wrists on the knees so that it helps to elevate and lengthen your spine tall. Relax shoulders away from ears and breathe. Center yourself here in this moment, right here, right now. Focus only on your breath. That is your one thought. Breathe slow and deep. Full inhales and complete exhales. Set your intention. Begin to connect to Ujjayi breath. Make a sound as the breath passes by the back of your throat. This is the breath we use in our Ashtanga practice, constricting the throat muscles as if you were fogging a mirror with your mouth closed. Practicing a few more breaths. It's a little more challenging to constrict the throat muscles on the inhale breath, but try your best and you'll have a little more power through the exhaling breath. And gently come back into the room, flutter your eyes open. And releasing your hands, take a deep breath in, reaching arms up, lengthen the spine, look up. And let's come forward so that you're on your mat here in the front in a tabletop. And we'll circle the shoulders because we do a lot of yoga flows or vinyasas in the Ashtanga practice. It's a mix of flow, vinyasa style yoga flow, as well as like a hatha hold. For 5 breaths, you hold the posture. Reverse direction, circle the shoulder in the opposite direction. Just warming up the shoulder. Moving your body along with it. You can also follow the hand with your eyes. And coming back to center, other arm. Reverse direction. And coming back to center here, a few cat-cows, warming up the spine. We're doing a lot of forward folds, a few extensions, but primary series in Ashtanga focuses mainly on the forward folds. And then the secondary series is more back extensions. We won't make it through the whole primary series today. It's very long, and it takes sometimes about 2 hours to go through it. So we're going to do a shortened version. Inhale, arch, look up for cow. Exhale, round and curl for cat. And then keeping your hands at the top of the mat, tuck toes, hover knees off the ground. Shift belly towards thighs, push through your hands, arms are extended, turbo dog, engaging quads, extend legs, press heels down, push through fingers, feel the back extend and lengthen, the arms and legs are straightening, pedal out your feet, warming up those feet, calves, hips can sway side to side, sway your hips, and just twist through your hips. So you're feeling the side body stretch in a flexion and extension of the spine sideways. So you can see my hips kind of swing as I bend. It's like a little Spanish dance here, but in slow motion. There we go, nice. And then press the heels down, push back all the way, downward facing dog. Lift heels high, stretch the toes. And then drop down and walk your feet all the way up to the top of the mat. Feet are hip width apart as you hang heavy here. You can measure with 2 fist distance and then grab opposite elbows and just do your thing here. Rock forward and back. Notice when you rock forward into the balls of the feet, your hamstrings, the backs of your legs, will lengthen a little bit further. So if you're a little tighter there, you can warm up those hamstrings by forward and back motion. And then rock side to side. That always feels good to just let it all go. Allow your back to release and relax, your head, your neck. And let go of elbows. Arms hang heavy, tuck chin to throat, roll up 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way to standing. Roll shoulders down and back, palms face front. Grounding, standing tall in your mountain pose. Standing still. Getting ready to start the day off right with this amazing yoga practice, doing something healthy for yourself, for your body, your mind, and your spirit. Step together, bring feet together, hands together to touch. So as I said before, traditionally they do 5 sun A and 5 sun B. We're just gonna do 3 sun salutation A and 2 sun salutation B. So inhale, arms up, arch back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Bend knees, plant palms. Step back to plank. If you need to drop to knees for the first one, you can do that. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lifting chest, cobra. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. And breathe for 5 breaths here. Ujjayi, breathing with sound. At the bottom of next exhale, look between hands, step up to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms come up to standing, arching, and exhale, hands to chest. Inhale, arms up, look at thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Bend knees, plant palms, step back to plank. Maybe this time you can lower to the ground from straight arm plank and then press up. Cobra, exhale, downward dog. Breathe, 5 breaths. Breathing with sound, making a sound with the breath as it passes by your throat. Not by your nostrils, but by your throat. Engaging the core. At the bottom of the mat, next exhale, look between hands and step up. When you come up, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up, look thumbs. Exhale, hands to chest. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Maybe this time you're ready to jump back. You can try planting hands to the ground and jumping into a plank or lowering down chaturanga. Inhale after your hover to upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. So take it at your own pace. If you're not ready to do those upward dogs or those chaturanga hover holds, then don't do it. If you're ready and you feel strong enough, go for it. This is your practice, so do what you feel your body needs in this moment. Breathing here. Going a little deeper with each round. At the bottom of next exhale, look between hands, bend your knees. Maybe you're ready to jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen, landing. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms come up, airplane wings or straight forward. Exhale, hands to chest. Now we go into sun salutation B, starting with chair. The first one I'm doing a little slower, just so you can understand the process, and then we'll go a little faster on the second round. So we inhale into chair. Exhale, reach forward first with bent knees, then straighten legs as you forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine, look out. Bend knees, plant palms, step walk or jump, chaturanga, hover hold. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog, and at the same time, you step your right foot forward, ground left heel 45 degrees. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, as you come down, you step to plank and lower to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. On the same exhale, you step left foot forward. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, come down and through. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Now is where you breathe. 5 breaths. Hold. Go deeper in your downward dog. You're getting nice and warmed up here, so let your body sink into it. Breathe. Feel your breath flow through your body. Hear it. Hearing the sound of the breath. Bottom of next exhale, look between hands, step, walk, or jump. Landing, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend knees, arms sweep up into chair. Inhale. Exhale to standing. Awesome. All right, here we go. Round 2. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Bend knees, plant palms, jump, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. And step right foot forward, ground left heel, 45. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, come down and through. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. And left foot steps forward, right foot grounds, 45. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, come down and through. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. And breathe 5 breaths in downward facing dog. Ujjayi breathing with sound. Powerful breath, victorious breathing. Bottom of next exhale, look between hands. See if you can jump, float to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen spine, look out. Exhale, fold. Bend knees, sink into chair. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, standing. Arms by sides. Now in Ashtanga, you jump and step feet hip width apart. Peace, finger grip your big toes. So we come down with a flat back and peace finger grip our big toes. Bend into the elbows so you're pulling yourself down and folding your body in half. You don't have to lock your knees. Have a slight bend in knees and bring forehead to knees. I'll show you from a different view as well, so you can see here. So as you can see, the crown of my head is folding forward. We're staying here for 5 breaths. Nice, deep, slow breaths here. Always Ujjayi breathing throughout the practice. And then releasing toe grip. Lift the front of your feet. Slide your entire hand underneath to the wrist crease. So toes touch wrist crease. I'll show you from the side. So you're sliding all the way under, pressing down the foot on top of your hand. Your knees can be slightly bent. Fold forward, forehead to knees. Bending elbows, pulling wide. Crown of head to toes. Pressing feet into hands. Breathe. Slowly release hands. Come to hips. Inhale with a flat back all the way up to standing. And from here, we would do our yoga flow like the sun salutation A. So any variation of your sun A. Inhale, arms come up, arch back, or look at thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Bend knees, plant palms. Go through your flow. Ending in down dog. 5 breaths. If you ever want to skip the vinyasa, we'll be skipping a lot of them. If you ever want to skip them, you can just simply step back into downward facing dog and hold your down dog. So for example, if you're at the top of the mat, instead of going into plank, lower down, upward, downward, you can simply just step back and go into your downward dog and hold and wait for us there. And now at the bottom of nice exhale, look between hands, step walk, or jump to the top of the mat. Lengthen, look forward, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms come all the way up, arch back, exhale, hands to chest. Also in Ashtanga, they say look at thumbs and they don't arch as much, but that's just a little detail. Take right foot and step to the back of mat. Pivot right toes to face behind you. Left toes 45 degrees in. Arms out like airplane wings. Triangle pose. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, try to reach for your big toe and peace finger grip big toe. Pulling up, lifting up. Look up at left hand. If that's too intense or you feel yourself folding forward, press on a block or on shin. You can also reach for the ground in your triangle pose. 2 more breaths. Inhale, come up, pivot to the other side. So right toes pivot in, left toes face front of mat. Hinge forward, tilt, and peace finger grip if you can. Looking up at right hand for 5 breaths. Roll open rib cage and right shoulder. Lean back on that invisible wall behind you. Stacking shoulders. Last breath. Inhale, come up, rising. Pivot, left toes, again, 45. Right toes, pivot to the back of the mat. Revolve your triangle. Now, upper body twist. Left hand reaches forward and comes to the outside of right foot to the ground or block. If that's too intense, you can come to your shin or ankle, top of foot, twist. Look up at right hand, breathe. Right hip pulls back, left hip pushes down and forward. Inhale, rising up and revolve to the other side. So pivoting again, right toes 45, left towards front of mat, and revolve your triangle, same thing. Other side, breathe. Inhale, come up, back to center, pivot, again, right toes face back of mat, left toes 45, side angle pose, bend into right knee, right hand comes down to the floor or block, here lengthening your left arm over ear. Don't collapse into it, don't rest your arm on your face. Make space here and create an angle, a straight line from left fingertips to the outside of left foot. Push that right knee open with shoulder. You can, of course, use a block here if you need to press your hand on a block to elevate you. Last breath here, rolling open left shoulder, rib cage. Inhale, come up, pivot other side. Same thing. Left toes face front of mat and right toes 45. Bend into left knee and coming down to your side angle pose. Dropping hips creates more of that straight line from right fingertips to outside of left foot. Now in Ashtanga Yoga, you're looking at your hand. Look up at right hand. And if you like that, keep doing it. There's another variation of Iyengar Yoga. They learned from the same teacher. But Iyengar Yoga says to look under your right armpit. So just do whichever version you prefer for your own body. Last breath. Inhale, come all the way up. And now we step to the top of the mat and do our yoga flow. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Bend knees, plant palms, step, walk, or jump. Lower, hover. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Breathe for 5 breaths in downward facing dog. Bottom of next exhale, look between your hands, bend knees to hop to the top of the mat, lengthen, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms come out. So you can bring arms out like airplane wings, or you can bring them forward, up, and hands to chest. Now we step out wide again, right foot towards back of mat. So extend arms, measure the distance, try to get feet aligned underneath hands. So don't be too close with your feet. You want to be a nice wide stance here, toes face forward. Take a deep breath in, push-ups forward. As you exhale, fold and bring hands to the floor. Walk hands underneath body. Heel of hands are aligned with heels of feet. Fold, breathe. Inhale, lengthen, walk hands out. Pause here, exhale. Hands come to hips. Inhale, come all the way up. Round 2. This round, hands stay on hips, and I'll show you from the back view. Your thumbs come to low back like you're giving yourself a massage, wrapping hands around, and pulling elbows back towards each other. So we don't want the wings out. We don't want the elbows out to the sides. Pull them in towards each other. So here, no wings, pull them back, and forward fold, squeezing shoulder blades together. Crown of head reaches towards the ground. Forehead reaches through legs. Shift all weight towards the balls of the feet to lengthen hamstrings even further. Press all weight forward to balls of feet. Squeeze elbows towards each other. Relax and release head down. Inhale, release hands, press into the ground, halfway lengthen. Hands come to hips, exhale. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Round 3 is for C, clasp. So I'll show you from the side, clasping your hands behind your back. You're pulling and extending elbows to pull the shoulders down and away from you. And you're folding forward with hands clasped. So you fold and allow the same thing, crown of head towards the ground. Arms are lengthening overhead, feeling the shoulders stretch. Breathe. Holding here for 5 breaths. Inhale, lift halfway. Hold hands on hips. Exhale, pause. Inhale, come all the way to standing. Round 4, see, lots of forward folds in this one. Your hamstrings and back are really going to be open. This one, you have options to grip the calves or ankles if you need to. You can grip outsides of feet or peace finger grip big toes. So try your best to grip the big toes if possible. Fold forward, and you can also engage your biceps Bend your elbows wide to the sides and pull yourself to fold your body in half. Fold deep and press weight into the toe mounds and the balls of the feet. Take pressure out of the heels. Don't put all your weight back in the heels. Release, hands come to hips, exhale, inhale all the way up and step back to the top of the mat. Inhale, arms up, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, bend knees, plant palms, go through your flow or just hold down dog, 5 breaths. Slowing down your breath if it became too rapid. Bottom of next exhale, look between hands and jump to top of mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up. Look at thumbs. Exhale, hands to chest. Step right foot about 3/4 of the way as you did before. So we're not as wide with our pyramid pose. Your right toes face back of mat and left toes are between 45 and 30 degrees pointed in that direction as well. Hips square. Now, traditionally, working your hands in a reverse prayer with elbows pulling back. So notice my palms pressed behind my back. Now, if that's too intense for you, you can try grabbing opposite elbows or fists. You can hold hands. Just do whatever your shoulders allow you to. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forehead to knee. If this is easy for you, bring your chin to your shin so you lengthen more, chin to shin. Work on squeezing the quads to lift the kneecaps up, engaging them. Not blocking joints, soft joints, but squeezing the muscles. Feel the hamstrings lengthen, the IT band. Squaring hips, pulling right hip back and left hip forward and down. Inhale, come up, flattening your back, lengthen, and pivot. Keep the hands the same. Just pivot to the other side. And fold, forehead to knee. Pyramid pose or intense side stretch. And slowly coming up. Nice. Okay, so from here, you can step to the top of the mat. I'm going to give you a couple options. You could take a water break here. You could do a yoga flow, or you can hold your down dog. So your choice, water break, yoga flow, or hold down dog. And then come to the top of the mat after your flow. If you did that, we're going to work on our balance postures. So normally you would be in the front of the mat here, but I'm going to switch and show you from the side view because you can see me better through these postures. Okay, so for our balance here, we're going to ground. We want to ground into the feet, all 4 corners, spreading the toes. Upper thighs internally rotate. Slight bend in knee. Don't lock your joints out. Now we'll shift into our left foot. So shifting over to the left, left hand on hip, right peace finger grip, big toe. Extending right leg. So first lifting chest, feel the extension of the leg. I'll show you from this side. Good. Now, pull forehead down towards knee. Engage bicep, fold forward. Right elbow is bending. Come back up, open to the side. Right leg extends to the right. Turn head left. Come back to center. Release foot, but keep it up there. Flex, point. Lift as high as you can, engage that quad, and then lower down. Woo, nice job. Other side, grounding. It's really important to ground and root in so you feel that strong foundation before you start any balance posture. Spreading toes, shifting into right leg, peace finger grip, left big toe, kicking out in front, extending leg if you can. It's okay if there's a slight knee bend, just work, do your best, breathe. Now fold forward, forehead towards knee. I'll show you from the side to fold forward. Open up, extend left leg to the left. Right hand is on right hip, turn head to the right. Lift up, lengthen spine, engage core, belly button in towards spine. Breathe. Just do your best. Come back to center. Release toe, but hold the foot up in the air as high as you can. We're working on the hip flexor, engaging in the quad. Point, flex, and lower down. Beautiful. Walking it out. Nice job. All right, normally you would do a yoga flow here. We're gonna continue on in our another balance posture, spreading the toes, grounding in, and shifting over to that left side. You're coming into your half lotus pose. So a trick to not hurt your knee here, we wanna protect the knee, is when you lift up your right foot, lift the heel towards the center of your abdomen first. Lift it up as high as you can. Heel to your belly button. Now, keep that same bend in the knee. Here, you're just pivoting on the hip to drop the knee down, and this heel stays high like it was towards your belly button. Now it's at your hip. Okay, from here, there's many options. You can wrap right arm behind your back, hold on to bicep. You can also try, more advanced, is to hold on to right big toe with right hand wrapped behind your back. So variations here. Another variation is to completely let go and focus on more strength in this balance posture, pressing right ankle into foot. And now, variation, if you're holding big toe with right hand, keep it there, fold left hand to the ground. If you're not, just bring both hands to the ground. Forehead to toes, or forehead to knee, crown of head to left toes. Breathe, forward fold. Now, wherever you are, challenge yourself. Bend slightly into left knee. Push strong through left foot. Slowly come up, hands in prayer or holding on to that right big toe still if you were. And now you can release the foot and walk it out. Woo! Lots of pressure there in the hips, in the knees. So be careful. You can always lessen the intensity. Let's try the other side, grounding your toes. So if it becomes too intense for you in your knee, just slide your foot down and you can make a figure four and do everything like with your legs in figure four with the folds. Just see how that feels for you. Oh, did somebody get kicked out? Hold on. Okay. Yeah, so again, if this bothers your knee at all, just slide it down to a figure 4 and do everything with the ankle of your foot above your knee joint or your kneecap. Okay, so first grounding into right foot, grab heel of left foot, pull up to belly button. So pull up your foot as high as you can, and that is going to protect your knee. Then holding on to the ankle with your right hand, bring the heel over to your right hip and drop down your left knee. Now you're in your half lotus. So again, you can wrap left arm behind, grabbing right bicep. You can grab big toe if you like. You can come into your standing half lotus tree here. Now, if you are able to grab that big toe with your left hand, go ahead and reach and fold right hand to the ground while continuing to grab big toe forward fold. If not, if you were in just a stance here, or if you dropped your foot to create less pressure in the knee, just fold forward with both hands touching the ground, forehead to knee, crown of head to toe. And slowly come up, push strong into your right foot, bending right knee, strength as you press into that foot. Release the left leg to the ground, walk it out. Beautiful. You should be at the top of your mat already. Inhale, yoga flow. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Bend knees, plant palms, jump back. Go do it. You know it by now. Breathe, 5 breaths, down dog. Since we didn't do that yoga flow before. Bottom of next exhale, look between hands, jump. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, hands to chest. This time we're doing a chair, but holding for 5 breaths. Inhale, chair, hold for 5. If you can, look up at thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Bend knees, plant palms up. Lower, hover, hold. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Ground left heel 45 degrees. Step right foot between hands. Come up, warrior 1, and hold for 5 breaths. Look up at thumbs. Externally rotate upper arm bones out. Feel the elbows and biceps get closer towards each other. Keep looking up at thumbs. Keep looking up at thumbs as you pivot to the back of mat into left side warrior 1. Pivot, feet, left side warrior 1. Were you able to continue looking up at your thumbs? If not, you have a challenge for next time. Open up warrior 2 on left side. Hold 5 breaths. Sinking deeper. Breathe with sound. Pivot both feet to the front. Warrior 2 on right side. Feel the breath flow through your body. Hear the sound sink lower. And then stepping up to the top of your mat, palms press, inhale, look at thumbs, exhale, fold, inhale, flat back, exhale, lower down through yoga flow, inhale, upward, exhale, downward, breathe, 5 breaths. Bottom of next exhale. Look at hands. You're jumping through to seated or jump, hang time, cross ankles. So bending into knees, shift back, turbo dog. As you shift forward, you jump, cross ankles, pause here, and sit, extend legs, staff pose. Hands come by hips, press strong into the floor. Squeeze quads, extend hamstrings, flex ankles. Roll shoulders down and away from ears. Press strong into the ground. Notice your posture here as you breathe. Release arms forward. Hinge from hips, lengthen spine as you reach for peace finger grip of big toes. Bend elbows and forehead to knees, crown of head to toes. Fold, forward, fold. If you can't grab the toes, you can use a strap or you can grab whatever you can. Outsides of feet, anything, ankles, calves, shins. With each and every breath, feel your body get length with each inhale and depth with each exhale. Inhale, come up halfway, making sure toes are aligned and you go deeper. So maybe that means you can reach in front of your feet on the soles of the feet and pull yourself a little deeper, maybe on top, maybe interlace fingers in front of feet. Just go deeper and hold for 5 breaths. With each exhale, allow your body to relax a little further and sink into it. Inhale, slowly come up. Now from here, I'm gonna stay in that direction. I'm gonna just show you the reverse plank. So as you come up, slide your hands 1 hand length behind you, press all the way up. If you can, hands are about a foot behind you so they stay in line with shoulders. Bottoms of feet come to the floor. Now, if this is too intense, just come into your reverse table by bending knees and keeping feet hip width apart. So either one, breathe, 2 more breaths. And lower down, nice. Staying in that direction. You're, again, just like we did in our standing half lotus balance, or standing tree half lotus, we bring right foot, heel up, align with belly button. So same thing, to protect the knee, we hinge it across and just hinge from the hip. The knee joint doesn't move at all. and allow your body to fold forward, reaching for foot. You can use a strap if you need, or a belt, whatever you have. And forehead to knee, breathe. Inhale, slowly come up. Release, and other side. So again, lifting up, left heel to align with belly button, high as you can, and then cross over to opposite side hip. And then fold over that right leg, forehead to knee, flexing ankle, crown of head is reaching forward to toes, and breathe. So this is our variation. We're going to continue to do all these 5 different types of forward folds in a row. Typically in a traditional Ashtanga class, you would be doing your yoga flows, your vinyasas in between each of these. So we're not going to do that, just so you know. Extending. And now we'll do bottom of right foot to inner thigh of left leg. So notice when you do that, your body kind of angles out over because you're opening this right hip, it angles to the right. So twist back over to square your upper body over left leg and fold forehead to knee. Breathe. Notice the lower right quadrant of your back, your QL. Getting that low back to release and relax. Breathe. Inhale, come up and switch. Right leg extends, left comes in, sole of foot is against inner thigh here, and you're pivoting on your central axis of spine, your hips, to square off upper body and fold over right leg. Breathe. Inhale, slowly come up, switching sides again. And in some Western cultures too, they do a yoga flow between each side as well as in between each forward fold variation. Whoa, crazy. So now right knee bends behind you. Option, this is a great time to use your block if you haven't used it yet. If you don't have a block, you can also sit on a pillow. You're sitting on the block only on your left sit bone so that it elevates you and you can align your knees and your right heel is just outside of your right hip. So I'm not sitting on the heel, it's just outside. And forward fold. I'm going to show you from the side view as well. So this is without the block. You can see my heel on the outside, but it's up against my hip. And elevating with the block here, flexing left ankle, fold forward. Forehead to knee. This is a great pose for sciatica. It really helps with sciatic pain running down from the back into the glute, down the back of your leg. And now we can switch sides. So bending back the left heel, left knee. And if you elevated on the first side, go ahead and elevate on this side. Folding forward and breathe. And slowly remove the block. All right, we got 2 more. So here we have the right heel will actually be underneath. You're sitting on it. It's going to be underneath the perineum. So we lift and elevate, or you can just scoot forward so that you sit directly on top of your heel. I'll show you from the side. Right knee is bending. So you can lift, elevate, and scoot forward so that you're sitting on that heel, and then fold forehead to knee, crown of head to toes. This is good for the prostate for men and to help reproductive health in women. And then switching sides. So now again, we're bending left knee and heel is up as we scoot forward. So you can see as I drop down, you're sitting directly on that heel. Show you from the side again. Lift, sit directly on that heel and fold. Right in the center, perineum. And then slowly coming up. This one's another funky one too. Well, just try your best. Be careful of your knee. Right knee is bending. Notice how my right toes are on the ground and my heel lifts. Now, a good technique is to reach right hand underneath ankle and grab the right big toe side of your right foot. Slide the foot closer to you that way so that the ball of the foot and toes are on the ground, heel is lifted, and sole of foot is against inner thigh. Here, just do your best. Be careful of your knee here. This is important. And fold over that left leg, forehead to knee. Crown of head to toes. Breathe into your hip. Remember your Ujjayi breath with sound. Notice the parts of your body you're feeling now. Maybe you've never felt them before with this stretch. Become aware of your body and any sensations you're experiencing. Slowly come up, switch sides, extending right leg out, pulling left foot in as much as you can, then reach left hand under the ankle and the shin to grab your left foot, pull it in closer so that left heel lifts and sole of foot is on inner thigh of right leg. Extend and reach arms forward towards right foot, forehead to knee. Inhale, come up. release. Just shake out your legs. Marichi, woohoo! So we're not going to do, there's 4 different marichis. We're not going to do 2 and 4 because they're really pretzel-y for you guys. I'm not going to torture you. We're going to just do 1 and 3. So pulling in right knee towards your chest. Notice I have about 1 hand width space between my foot and my left inner thigh. So keep that space here. Arms reach out and fold, forehead to left knee. Right knee stays up and hugs into right shoulder. You can stay here or wrap right arm in front of and behind. So your upper arm is across the front of right shin, right arm, right shin. Rolling your thumb down and back so palm faces behind you. Releasing left hand and see if you can wrap your hands behind you. Forward fold, forehead to knee. I'll show you the side view here. And maybe you touch fingertips, maybe you grip fingers or can grip hand or wrist. Your wrapper is always the grabber. So since your right hand is wrapping around your knee, that is grabbing the left hand or left wrist. Inhale, come up, turn over left shoulder, and release. Other side. So again, left foot comes up, creating a hand width space between. Nice. And then fold over right leg, forehead to knee, crown of head towards toes. So again, option 1, stay here. Option 2, wrapping left arm in front of left shin, and then bend elbow to reach behind your back. Right arm reaches as well. See if you can grasp or touch hands, maybe. Maybe today, maybe next time. Forehead to knee. Maybe one day. It's always good to have goals, to grow and challenge yourself. If things are too easy and it's not challenging, you'll stay comfortable and you'll never grow. We always want to grow out of our comfort zone, be uncomfortable, enjoy the discomfort. Inhale, come up and turn, look over right shoulder. And release. All right, Marichi 3 is this time when you bend your right knee, keep the right foot in on the inside of your left thigh, so it's touching, because we're twisting now. So now you can wrap this left elbow around the front of the knee to hug it in, and use your right hand to press into the ground behind you. So from the side view, to press, extending spine, hug me in, look over right shoulder. Another more advanced version is to bring the left elbow on the outside of that knee and twist. And to go further still, you will wrap your left arm, hooking it around that side and reaching right arm behind to grasp or bind. Now I'll show you a few angles here. And release. So trying to get everything aligned and stacked and linear here. Our angles of yoga geometry. Okay, bending left knee in, and this time again, pull it in close to your right inner thigh. And you can hug that knee in with right arm. Left hand comes close to the base of the spine. So the closer if your hand's back here in the beginning, that's okay. But if you're able to bring it close to the body and press strong, look how much length I can get with my spine when I do that. I can elevate so much more length, and that will enable you to twist deeper. Bringing maybe right arm, elbow on outside of left knee, or wrapping and trying your bind. Looking over left shoulder. Keeping your right leg engaged. Squeeze right quad, keeping right leg straight and flexing right ankle. Release. Okay, so we are not doing a yoga flow, remember? Yay, good for us. We are going to do a nice core exercise before we end. We went about halfway through the Ashtanga Primary Series. We're going to end in Shavasana after we do 5 strong core lifts and boat pose. So, working on the abs and the core strength in the back here. Float legs up, bending knees. You can hold your backs of legs, but try to release your hands and engage the core. Don't let your back round. Lift and lengthen. Belly bend in towards spine. You can also extend the legs if you want to challenge. And then cross ankles. Press hands into the ground by your hip bones and see if you can lift your hips off the ground and sit bone and lift up. And then drop back down into your boat for 5, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross ankles, press into the ground, lift feet and hips, sit bones off the ground. The only thing touching is your hands. Can you do it? Woo! Try your best. Back to boat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross ankles, press strong, lift up, engage core, and back to boat for 5, 4. I'll show you from a different view. 3, 2, 1. Cross ankles, press and lift. So see, I'm completely off the ground here. Last round, best round for boat. Hold for 5. You can do it. 4. Feel those hip flexors. 3. Woo. 2. 1. Cross ankles. Press and lift. Engage core and dropping down. Now, I want you to roll down on your back. Lift your legs. Squeeze every single muscle in your body. Tight, 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 tight. Squeeze. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, releasing, relaxing. All the way down to the ground for your final relaxation, your Shavasana pose. Breathing, slowing down. Feel the breath. Feel your heart rate slow as you melt down into the ground. Breathing naturally and normally now. Remembering your intention. And then just let all thoughts go as you lie perfectly still in this quiet space. open or keep them closed, and just bring movement back into your fingers and toes, your wrists and ankles. Feel your chest and abdomen rise and fall with each breath. And then gently bend your knees, placing them on the ground, your feet on the ground, soles of feet, and roll up your hips to the sky. So you're coming into a little mini bridge, extending the back. After all those forward folds, just getting a nice little extension. You can just keep your arms on the ground, pressing into the feet, hip width apart, knees hip width. You can also assist in a bigger stretch by placing your hands underneath your hips and letting that extension just feel good on your back. And then lowering your back flat, dropping knees side to side, feet on the ground still. Just drop your knees side to side. Just feeling the back twist and rocking those hips. And then coming back to center. Pull your knees into your chest. Bring your forehead up to your knees. Hug them in tight. Drop your head down. Rock a little side to side. And then slowly roll onto your right side. And pause here for a moment, laying on your arm, on your side. Rest gently with left hand into the ground as you come up to your seated, comfortable cross-leg position. Sitting up tall, palms facing up for receiving or down for grounding. As you feel your posture, as you feel your back and your legs, releasing and relaxing. Keeping this relaxed state of body and mind throughout your day. And until we meet again, have an amazing rest of your day and week. Namaste. So I hope you enjoyed the Ashtanga little version I created for you. It's different, right? It's a different style. Yay!